Welcome back to At the Mic with Michael Schumacher, brought to you by J.Hawes Oasis. It's more than a fuel station, more than a convenience store. It's your one-stop travel shop on Fox Sports Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, KVTK, Vermillion and Yankton. And we're going to talk a little Vermillion baseball. We've got Grant Roerig on the line. Grant, how are you doing today?
Good, Michael. How are you?
Hey, I am better than I deserve. We're getting some rain, so that's a beautiful thing because the fields and the grass and everything needs it. So, we can live with that as long as it's not affecting our baseball tonight, right?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
We might not get to play tomorrow, but
I know it's like, okay, you hope so. I mean, it's good for the fields, but man, hopefully you guys are scheduled on a Tuesday. So I saw some other games are scheduled on Wednesdays. So maybe you can push back if needed. But man, you kind of want to get those games in and done, don't you?
Yeah, it's kind of a plan for the worst, hope for the best kind of situation.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I tell you what, we're going to talk more baseball, but for people that don't know you, tell us a little bit about yourself, your family, your hobbies, interests, anything like that.
So I'm gonna be a senior here coming this next fall. I got a brother who coaches all three of the sports, the big three, I'd like to say: basketball, baseball, and football. I play all of them. Football is probably my favorite, but it's a little bit about me.
All right, and so when you're not playing sports, going to school, what do you like to do in your downtime?
I like to hang out with my friends a lot. Right now we're just making some banana bread, matter of fact.
Man, banana bread sounds so good. I'm on a bit of a weight loss thing. I'm not quite sure where banana bread fits in there, but man, a good banana bread's hard to beat. Now, when you cut off a hunk, do you put butter on it or do you eat it just plain?
Oh, so we make our banana bread with chocolate chips. So we always put some peanut butter on it, some butter.
Oh, you're killing me here. That sounds amazing.
All the good stuff.
All the good stuff. All right. It's not your grandma's banana bread. It's amped up. It's like banana bread on steroids.
Yeah. That's what we kind of like to call it.
All right. Excellent. So let me ask, when you say you're with the boys making banana bread, who are we talking? Who are you with?
So right now we got Gabe Larson, Traquin Thomas, and Michael Beal, but normally we got Duke Job, but he couldn't make it tonight. He had a show choir thing.
Oh, all right. Well, excellent. Well, we got the guys some shout-outs there while they're there, so excellent. Yep. Well, cool. Well, I'll get you out of here so you can enjoy the banana bread, but want to talk a little bit of baseball, but hard to believe you're going to be a senior. It makes me feel old when I realize how long I've been calling games and talking about you guys. Does it feel real yet that you're officially kind of a senior?
It's just kind of hit me this week, taking my finals and stuff. This would be in the last week of school, but I don't know. I think the summer's going to hit a little harder than it usually does.
Yeah, I can understand that. And you playing baseball this summer then too? Once this is all done?
Yeah, of course, playing baseball in the summer and getting ready for my school sports as well.
Yeah. So any football camps or basketball camps on the horizon too?
Yeah, we get to do something special for football. We get to go down to the Black Hill State camp down in Rapid, which that would be fun.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. Well, cool.
Yeah.
All right, and yeah, a lot of talent coming back on the football field and basketball. Have some great guys that you have to replace, but a lot of young talent there as well. So it's exciting times in Vermillion athletics. So that'll be fun next year for you guys. And so, looking forward to following along with you and seeing how that goes. But obviously, we're going to talk baseball. But I always like to ask a few icebreakers. You willing to answer a few?
Oh, of course.
All right. One final meal. What are you having?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'd have to say we just had it last night. Is what my dad makes. It doesn't really have a name. We like to call it deliciousness.
Okay.
It's like some noodles, some chicken, some broccoli, some spiced peppers in there. It's some good stuff.
That sounds good. That sounds really good. And deliciousness. All right. What are you having for dessert then? What caps off the evening?
I'd have to say some key lime pie. Good key lime pie is hard to beat.
It really is. The first time I ever had it was when I was probably like 11, actually on a cruise, and so it was like really fresh key lime, and it was actually in the Florida Keys, and so that got me hooked on that forever. So all right, well, man, key lime pie, that's a good choice. Okay, you could see any three musical artists live in concert from throughout history, so living or dead. Who are you choosing to see?
That's a good question, Michael. I gotta say probably Michael Jackson, Drake. Drake just came out with his new album, so those are pretty good. Who's a third? I gotta say Lil Nas X.
Lil Nas X. Okay. All right. Now, Michael Jackson, have you seen the movie yet?
I have not. I have to go see that one.
Yeah, see, I have not seen it either. I've heard good things. And then Drake with his new album and Lil Nas X. Okay. All right. You've got a little variety in there. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Now, you can travel back any point in the Earth's history one time, and you're guaranteed safe return. To when are you traveling and why?
Got me on the spot here, Michael.
I'm trying.
So many places I could go. I don't know. I'd have to probably say we're researching this in school right now. I'd probably have to say the '80s probably with all the revolutionary like hippies and all those guys.
All right. Well, now hippies were a little bit before that.
Yeah, '70s, '80s. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
We went from hippies into '80s. We had more yuppies, kind of that Wall Street greed is good type of thing. So
yeah.
But the '80s were fun. Bad fashion choices, but we enjoyed ourselves. So
Yeah, some rock music in there.
Yeah, well, exactly. And I was the fashion icon. I wore Zubaz, which are zebra striped pants. I had a tie-dyed T-shirt with Malcolm X on the face of it. So yeah, trust me, when I say bad fashion choices, I was the poster boy. So
I would love to see that. I'd pay to see it.
Honestly, I think I've got a picture somewhere. I'm gonna have to find it. But it was a great time. So I love that. The '80s, perfect. Well, and if you could do the '70s into the '80s, it was this. It was a revolution, a cultural kind of revolution from the '70s into the '80s. So no, that'd be perfect. All right, now guaranteed food, shelter, clothing, and transportation. You have basic levels of each. So you don't want for anything. You don't have to worry for anything.
Yep.
Money's no object, but you can only buy one thing. Upgrade any one of those. You could buy like a mansion or a sports car or whatever, or something completely different. What would you do? And I'll give you an example for myself because I think people are like, oh, that gives them an idea. Because I hear, oh, I'll buy shoes or I'll buy a dog. I'm buying the Minnesota Twins. So
okay, yeah.
So just to give you an idea, when I say money's no object, I mean money's no object.
I mean, that's a good question, Michael. I'd have to say, I'd buy a good Lamborghini, a good purple Lamborghini.
Hey, cars like that only gain value too, so it's practically an investment.
Yep.
All right, purple Lamborghini. Nice, I like it. All right, and then finally, as you travel and go through life, who is someone or are some people that you hold up as examples and say, man, if I can live like him or her, I'm going to consider myself a success. And that could be somebody close to home or a celebrity, an athlete, whatever you quantify.
I've always grown up with good role models, but one that I've always looked up to is got to be my brother, Connor Roerig. He's just been such a good role model for me to grow up with. He's coaching all three sports right out of high school. He's just everything you want to be.
All right. And actually I love that answer because it pivots right into the first question I wanted to ask. You're in all the sports that he coaches. What is that like? Because I got to see him play and then transition right into coaching. And he was one of those that, he was a glue player. I think you always knew you were getting maximum effort. You always knew he was going to be in the right spot. It kind of felt like coaching was going to be in his DNA. What is that like, though, to now play for your brother?
It's definitely something that not many people get to experience, but I would say it'd be interesting to see how it goes in the future because a lot of people he's coaching right now he played with, like me, the Hanson boys, some of these guys is like it's hard to respect a coach when you just know him so personally. But like we all respect him, but like if he tells you to get on the line and start running, you just start laughing at him. But it'd definitely be interesting to see how he goes.
I think he's going to be good. I just have that feeling. Now, as you enter your senior year, what do you want to do? Do you know?
Yeah, I'm kind of got my mindset on going to USD for some physical therapy.
Nice. What is it about physical therapy that appeals to you?
Just staying around like the sports aspect of life, and then being able to help others like recover from whatever they got going on.
All right.
And of course, the bread that comes with it.
Well, exactly. You make $1 or $2 per hour, I think, doing that, don't you?
Yeah,
I hear you almost make radio guy money. Trust me. I hope you make more than radio guy money. But
I could only wish.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, that sounds great. I love hearing that. All right, well, let's circle back and wrap up just talking some baseball. You guys have had a really good club baseball season. Were you expecting this, or have you exceeded expectation?
I definitely was a little shocked, since we had a real good senior class graduate last year, but I definitely knew that we had it in us to go far, but I didn't know to what extent.
All right. And, at what point in the season did it kind of dawn on you like, gosh, you know what? We're really good.
That I'd have to say it definitely clicked that walk-off hit by Corbin Heckens in DV, or not in DV, but against DV at home. That definitely portrayed like our whole team just clicking and just knowing that we had it in us.
All right. I think that sums it up well. And so as you guys get ready for this super region, Southeast South Dakota seems to have some of the top teams in the state. And that's not a diss to anybody else, but it just feels like when you start listing off Vermillion, Freeman, Canastota, Marion, Dakota Valley, Bonhomme, Parkston, Ethan, it feels like this South super region is one of the tougher ones, and it feels like whoever does come out of this, whatever two teams come out of this super region, are going to have a really good chance at state.
Yeah, of course. Because, like, we obviously know, like, Freeman's got that cheddar kid who he throws the ball hard, man. But we also got some good kids. I would say our strength is probably our pitching. But no, we definitely got a bunch of good teams that have good culture and know how to win around us.
Well, I think that's exactly right. And I think that's been born as you guys kind of have gone through the system. You know, it feels like Vermillion has a very nice, cohesive baseball system that kind of generates kind of loyalty and fundamentals and just a great foundation for the game. Do you kind of feel like that as well?
Yeah, of course. You know, it seems like every year we just keep getting better and better, no matter who we lose or how the dice rolls.
Well, and I think that's coming through as you guys get ready to take on, and I'm looking at Scotland Menno. You know, and you have beaten most of the teams that you've faced this year. What do you think the key is going to be for you guys to make it to state?
You know, it's definitely got to be our consistency at the plate. You know, we've been up and down and up and down. And one thing we've really focused on in practice is finishing because, you know, we've gotten sloppy these past few games where we know we can go in and win a game, but it's not how we play, or it's not who we play, it's how we play. And just that kind of mentality that we have to have a killer instinct.
All right, I like that. And what's your favorite part of just being part of maybe Vermillion baseball, but maybe even Vermillion athletics overall? What's your favorite?
One thing I've noticed about Vermillion athletics is that we always got, it's not always, we got some good athletes, but it's always the energy on the bench. Like even as I was working my way through the bench, like we just always have to have a good time and have to bring the energy. And it's just a good culture to be around.
I like that. And then finally, you guys get to take this on at Prentice Park. I think that's one of the nicest facilities, at least in the area. And that's, again, nothing against anybody else. I just think Prentice Park is a beautiful location. How big of an advantage is that for you guys to have your home crowd in front of you or behind you and playing on a field that you know, and you know where this hole is or that bounce is going to happen more so than the opposition?
Yeah, it's definitely something special to do. I think Coach Heisinger was telling us it hasn't been since 2022 that we hosted regions, but it's definitely good because we like to call them Prentice hops. So we definitely know our way around the field a little better than other people do, this or that. But it's just definitely a good advantage to have.
Yeah, I definitely think so. Well, I'm going to let you get back to your banana bread, but Grant, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today. I really appreciate it. Best of luck in the super regions and knocking on wood here. Best of luck at state, man.
Thank you, Michael. Have a good day.
Hey, you too. Have a great one. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Yep, bye-bye.
That was Grant Roerig of Vermillion Baseball. And we did some quick icebreakers there, but he's busy. And wanted to get that through. We're going to, as he enters his senior year, we're going to be talking to him more. He's in every sport, so we are going to definitely be talking to him more. But it was so great to get a chance to talk to him. Connor, his older brother's a great young man as well. I've had a chance to talk to him a number of times. And I'm just going to say this for the Vermillion people out there. I have never had an interview with a Vermillion kid that I've walked away going, not a fan. They all have different personalities. They all talk different amounts, some a lot, some not so much. But man, every kid I've had the chance to talk to from Vermillion has just been genuine and humble. And Vermillion, you need to be proud of your kids, because I certainly am. All right, we're going to be back with more. This is At the Mic with Michael Schumacher, brought to you by JR's Oasis. And if you'd like to sponsor our Tanager Talks, just give me a call, 605-661-5858. All right, we're going to be back with more right after this.